the last horseman? Who is this?
This is Flaming Dragon!
Oh, okay. Flaming Dragon. Fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face! I don't know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to head down there, and I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up!
Alright guys, today I'm blowing the top off everything in relation to Star Citizen, CIG and the hackers. Welcome to the episode. Okay guys, before we get started in the video, I would like to give a massive shout out to Merrill's Marauders YouTube channel. He has been imperative in supporting and helping give a lot of very important information and updates, especially while I've been asleep, in relation to things that are going on Spectrum and everything else. So guys, please send him a like, send him a sub, send him everything, send him your love. He's been fantastic and he is a really bloody good person who deserves a shout out and the opportunity to grow his small channel into something bigger and greater. And give the guy an opportunity. Yeah, he's on the ball. He's got his finger on the pulse, just like we do. So his links will be in the description below with everything else moving forward in the video. Please do me a favor and give the guy a sub, a like, and some love. Top bloke, Merrill, thank you, mate. Thank you very much. You're hugely appreciated in this community. Anyway, let's get into the video moving forward. Okay guys, look, this is the People Power movement. Today it begins. So far I have put together a petition. The petition is on change.org. I'll have the petition below the video, as well as the links to the 2 new forms I've done for the uploads for the repository. That will be PDF format as well as screenshot format, JPEG, PNG, bitmap, etc. That will be for the file uploads, and there's also a separate form link that'll be in the description below. That will be for video uplinks for up to 1 gigabyte uploads. Now guys, I haven't paid for additional storage, so if you do try and your current upload is getting knocked back or is unable to be uploaded, please give me a little time because I don't forget we'll be downloading and backing everything up onto an external drive for obviously archival storage for safety for us. Just give me some time or pop off in the comments and just wait for my reply to say yes, please upload now. That means I can then have already removed the other information from that specific form off the drive and create more space. So please bear with me on that. Second, okay, so this is where it gets really crazy from here in, guys. Guys, we have multiple hacks from multiple vectors right now. Things are got out of control. Exploits elevated privileges on the netcode. Hackers now have root access to all systems. Amazing. This would then lead to, allegedly, staff being on the inside helping that happen. This is a zero trust netcode network. It is impossible without internal help or crazy sophisticated high-level programmers, hackers, gaining access somehow through the tiniest of security loopholes. Zero trust. I'll just show you a quick video from IBM about zero trust now.
Zero trust is a security strategy that says you shouldn't grant implicit trust to a user, device, or an application based solely around some property about them, like their network location. Over the next few minutes, I'll explain exactly what we mean by this and how IBM can help. But let's be really clear up front. Zero trust isn't something that can simply be delivered by implementing a new piece of technology, nor is it a point product or service that you can just go out and buy. It's a security strategy that has 3 core principles. But before I come on to those, let me explain why organizations are increasingly moving on from the previous popular model of perimeter security. Firstly, there's this somewhat medieval notion that you have a perimeter to your network where you build the walls as high as possible and try and stop malicious actors at the gates. This no longer works because employees are working from home more than they're working from the office, and because hybrid cloud is now clearly the preeminent platform for enterprise infrastructure. So it's an increasingly complex problem to even define a perimeter. Secondly, the concept of trust is a very human one that we've taught computers to adapt to. For example, if I see Helen every day in the office wearing her employee badge, I trust that she's an employee and is there for the right reasons. In reality, I don't actually know that she wasn't let go last week for misconduct and is now back in the office trying to steal corporate data. So a computer security model based on a human definition of trust is inherently flawed, particularly in a world where attackers are finding it easier than ever to steal credentials and disguise themselves as trustworthy. Without a zero trust security model, once an attacker is in the corporate network, they can move laterally to new systems with relative ease. This brings me on to the first defining principle of the zero trust model. Never trust, always verify. Just because somebody's on your corporate network and is carrying that badge with an employee name on it, doesn't mean that they are who they say they are, or that they're necessarily well-intentioned. So this always verify piece refers to the fact that every time something like a user, device, or application tries to make a new connection attempt, that attempt should be rigorously authenticated and authorized, and not simply trusted because it's coming from inside the corporate network, for example. Implement least privilege is the second core principle of a zero trust architecture, which says you should only grant users and applications the minimum amount of access that they need to perform their job effectively and no more. Privileged access management is a great way of implementing least privilege for admin users, for example. And then finally, assume breach. This is my favorite of the zero trust principles because it encourages teams to plan for the worst case scenario and build robust and tested incident response plans so that when attacks do occur, the time to respond is rapid and well practiced. Not only this, but this principle encourages organizations to shrink the target and the impact zone of an attack through networking principles like micro-segmentation. So how can IBM security help? We recognize that different clients will have different business drivers and priorities for why they want to deploy zero trust. So we've created 4 actionable blueprints, depending on where you want to start. They are: reduce the risk of insider threat, secure the remote workforce, preserve customer privacy, and protect the hybrid cloud. You can download these with no form filling required from ibm.com. Thanks for watching.
All right, so based on what you've just watched, I have a massive bombshell to drop. And that bombshell is going to rock the entire development, and it's going to oust every single person at CIG that's involved in this. We have ratified evidence now that this is happening. So we have internal bad actors supporting and helping the hackers get elevated privileges through the zero trust protocol into the internal servers as it is. And I know exactly where they're hiding now. So guys, I'm just going to start showing you the evidence now. So here we go. Okay, as you can see here, I've been speaking with an industry professional programmer and coder who works in cybersecurity as well as reverse engineering. So now I have ratified evidence of my findings by an in-industry professional who does cybersecurity and reverse engineering of code. Anyone that wants to question me moving forward in any video I do in future, you don't have position with me. You never will now. This is the defining moment. Do you understand that now? So to begin with, I'm in Germany, therefore the delay. I'm interested, because of the emails we're sending, I'm interested in reverse engineering cybersecurity myself actually, although not particularly regarding to video games. So I did some research. It's actually much simpler than complex netcode timing or back-end attacks or anything sophisticated really. Here's pretty much all I know. First, as I stated in my comment, the data of the QR code is practically useless, which is the QR code itself on screen, which is something that people are completely taking out of context when I'm explaining it in videos, and useless itself as it is an attack vector. The QR code is very simple code. You can get it off any digital marketplace for almost literally nothing. And all it really does is just display a capture link for the telemetry itself. And this is what I've been talking about. We're just getting warmed up, boys and girls. The fun begins now. So, as you can see here, this is a simple QR coder. You can get it for anything, even a point of sale system for a business, right? It's general, it's generic, etc. So when we scroll out a bit, now we get to see what the QR code itself is doing, but let's have a look at these elements of the telemetry. No, not that. Let's just take our eyes off that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's focus on this. This shows blatantly, absolutely blatantly, your character's position in space, where you are, what server you're on, and which zone you're in, which shard. You are giving the hackers all of the telemetry and information they need to hunt you down and attack you through the replication layer. Point proven, finally. The R-display info command is part of the CryEngine originally and just displays some debug information of the game state. The command which creates the QR code is probably just a few lines of code. The command which creates the QR code is probably just a few lines of code more that reads some of the same information and creates the QR code every second. Now what's actually going on is plain and simple reverse engineering of the client. In simple terms, hooking into the game's processes and modifying the memory or straight up executing actions the client could make. I was able to find source code of one cheat from about a year ago, and that's just all there is to it. What's just unfathomable to me is how they don't seem to verify any actions the client makes on the back end. Zero trust. They basically made it easy to cheat in this as any offline single player game. Easy Anti-Cheat is a single player game anti-cheat. It is not a multiplayer game anti-cheat. Fact. I'm not an expert on multiplayer server architecture, but that's just crazy that they would do that. At least they are enforcing EAC now, but I'm pretty sure it won't take long until it's bypassed, or it's already happened, right? The Linux bypass. Oh yeah, I haven't told you that yet, have I? Yeah, I've got a lot to tell you guys today. As most anti-cheat software is at some point, they just disable the most basic form of cheating now. Even Vanguard probably, right? My area of expertise, even Vanguard probably. Well, we know Valorant is dead. We know Vanguard is completely bypassed now, and Vanguard doesn't do shit to do anything anymore. They've basically turned it off at Riot Games, by the way. The most intrusive piece of anti-cheat software to date can be bypassed. Here are some discussing the reverse engineering on public forums, and there is also a showcase of some capabilities which I found interesting. Cloud Imperium Games has no backend. It has no zero trust. It has no teams working on account security, on network security, on code security. They are literally inviting the hackers in. And we'll get to that also in just a moment, thanks to our friend who in the comments who came and went for his own safety, telling us all about how something happened at the last Bar Citizen. All right, so that's just the first slide. Okay, so let's move on from here, and it gets a lot worse. Okay, in this screenshot, notice how they are simply able to type in a player name and have the player teleport to them. This is a snippet of the source code for that action. So we are looking at entity, right? Attention called from the game thread. So that's the game asking where you are, looking for you and identifying you on the server, the shard, or, you know, the static universe is what they're calling it. We then go into the global environment. As I said, PC game, get local player, as I said. Then we move down to an environment check with the camera, right? So that's the game's camera, not your camera. Then we move into the local player location, as I said. Target world location, as I said, and then we move into where you are specifically in a three-dimensional world aspect of it, right? So it's not a bilinear, it's a trilinear experience, obviously, three-dimensional, and also the distance from the camera location, that's just the standard distancing where the third-party camera would see you, and then here's the telemetry to put the camera into the right angle and the right distance, right height, etc., so forth, in relation to your physical location as such. And then the final target, which is where you are in the world, what you're doing, what you've got on, etc., so forth, what ship you're near, what buildings you're near, what NPCs you're near, etc. So this is very rudimentary college level programming guys. These aren't professionals. These are kids. This is the whole thing. Just wait. I've got a lot more to come. Hang on. Okay, so the set world position function at the bottom appears to be a function of the game's processing memory. Of course, there's nothing wrong with the function being there, obviously. It's probably used for putting the character in the game when launching it, as an example. Even without programming skills, it should be obvious how something is very wrong when you're able to use this code on your local client. Who was right? I was right all along. Funny that, isn't it? I'm just going to repeat this because I'm going to gloat just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. Even without programming skills, it should be obvious how something is very wrong when you're able to use this code on the local client to place any player you want wherever you want, and the backend's just like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Zero trust. Again. Zero shit. Guys, I'm sure this is just the tip of the iceberg, and there are much more sophisticated people out there, especially when there's money to be made. Hackers, guys. It's all about money. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about the game. It's not about CIG. It's about subhuman beings making money and not having any soul or any empathy or any form of feeling that they're doing anything wrong because they are subhuman. They are not humans. They are a subspecies of human. They're animals. They're predators. And they predicate on good feelings and nice people and our experiences in life to feed their own emptiness, their soullessness, to make them feel something. And that something they feel isn't what we feel. What they feel is so degraded compared to what we feel emotionally. They're basically dead inside. The metaphor to be actually put into practical application in that respect. CIG seriously needs to restrict and verify with the back end what a client actually can do. No anti-cheat will help as long as they do this. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I stand ratified. I stand proven. I stand supported by industry professional here. Now, if I'm supported by an industry professional, I myself have already gone out and got all of my own findings from here. I haven't done research on the internet. It's all up here. It's experience. It's life experience and skills and qualifications and pre-knowledge. I have now just proved irrefutably that I am right. On paper, proof, facts, and evidence. CIG have staff internally who are bad actors who are part of this. They are allowing for elevated privileges through the netcode, through into the replication layer, and they are allowing for them to hide on their own replication layer on top of the current game. Boom! Fucking got you, you hacking sacks of shit! It's over. For Star Citizen, until CIG can set up zero trust correctly, have proper strike teams working inside the office, you do a formal investigation with using the authorities at this stage, FBI if required, to rat out and catch out the people that are literally rotting your business from inside, this will fail. You, the Colders, Chris, Sandy, and Aaron will all end up in jail because this is industrial fraud. It is industrial espionage at its absolute peak, and we now have evidence of that. Okay, guys, at this stage, this is a criminal organisation. CIG itself, they have a history of continually gaslighting the audience and their backers. They have had a habitual history of lying, soon TM, and they are so criminally incompetent and also colluding with the hackers to have this happen. Just wait for the Bar Citizen discussion in a moment too. Further proof, facts, and evidence from a whale in the community. So I'm just going to quickly show you this as well while I talk. So this is the original hacks, 3.1.7, I think. And this is the first attempt to hack the game. Now, this was a lazy, boring, simple thing that a guy did in the space of maybe 2 or 3 days. And this is what he came up with. What the fuck? 2 or 3 days. And he's got everything going on. He's got, obviously, your player locations, armor, Teleport, look, teleport, clear, the render, stick, forge, making armor, which we've got the bots for now, right? That are doing that now. This has been going on for many, many years. CIG at every single turn and opportunity have had a chance to literally have shut this down before it ever had a chance to materialize into anything now. They have invited this in. They have made this happen. They have allowed for this to happen. They are part of the criminal action here as well. They are a criminal business. I'm not saying allegedly now. No, I'm making formal statements that the FBI and the IRS need to, 1, audit, 2, FBI go in with their cyber professionals and actually take this shit down. We are at a state now where Star Citizen is never getting dynamic server meshing. The key to have this game actually become a game, to have more than 2 fucking solar systems. Right, on release 5 solar systems. No, not even. Static server meshing cannot even achieve that. We are being openly, publicly gaslit and lied to our faces, and people are just going, okay. We have these YouTubers who are given scripts weekly to read, to share with you, to brainwash you, to manipulate you, and to make you want to spend more money. Spin selling. Aha! Guys, this now is formally a criminal scam, and we need to now bring the authorities into it. This is the fucking end. This is it. This is vaporware. This is a scam. We are being lied to. They are breaking the law. They are also doing a bunch of shit that, fuck me. This is industrial espionage, guys. Larceny, fraud. If you want your money back at this stage, you need to sign that fucking petition, and you need to then tell me in the comments that you want your money back. So then we can engage that solicitor firm to actually then get proceedings started. Now, it is a no-win, no-fee solicitor as far as I can tell at this stage. Once I actually do investigations into that, because I didn't think this bombshell would fucking drop overnight. I did most of this recording yesterday. I'm fully recording the video right now. Guys, we're in fucking deep fucking shit right now, and there's no way out. Star Citizen is never coming out at this stage. It is literally a dream.
I want you to imagine you're a hotshot fighter pilot in a forgotten sector of space. You see a blip on your radar. It's pirate, and they're coming your way. You have no support or anyone that can come to your aid. You know they're going to kill you, without a doubt. What do you do? Imagine you are on a constellation traveling through the same system with a fighter escort. Your constellation bristling with weapons. Do you help? Or do you just fly by? Imagine if you knew just what you wanted to be and how you're going to be it. Imagine. Go wherever you want to go. Be whatever you want to be. Travel wherever you want to travel, anytime. Imagine and do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. Imagine your life in the verse, a new and open world in which you can explore, have a second life away from your current one. Imagine what you could become, who you could become, right now, in this moment. as a corporate CEO maybe. Explore the bars, the towns, the cities. There is so much to see, so much to experience. Friends to make, opportunities to be had. You, sitting at the top of that tower, this is your Star Citizen experience. No one else's. Your business. Or you can see the seedy, dark side of the universe. The real side to being a citizen in the stars. Be it. See it. Believe it. You are it. You can be a citizen now. Pledge before you miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Star Citizen is your new home in the stars. Live tomorrow, today. Pledge now. Imagine and ask yourself, what is your story going to be? Enough time has passed. It's time to pledge. Pledge to Star Citizen now.
Born from the seas and would conquer land, a high-stood human, proud a man. Fearful, enraged, primitive, quite violent. Earth's other life, tread cautious, silent. Breathed into man free will, a mind, a creator's gift, a simple rule, just be kind. Man was to abide, alas, was never in. Ignorance was born. And so arrived evil. With regret man weeps, hands cover his brow. Little has been learned since then, even now. The flaws of man each time born evolved. Mother Nature in time, she'll have resolved.
We ask, got a minute? You think, wait a minute. You say, I know you. We think, but do you? We say, come along. You ask, but where to? We say, you think about it. You think. You say yes. We guessed you'd say yes. You ask where to start. We say, follow your heart. You think we're one brand. We say we are more. You ask, how much more? We say, so much more. Mold me. We say, we will stretch you. You think you can be more. We say, you can be more! You ask, how much more? There is so much more in store. Learn a craft, learn a trade. There's a journey to be made. Choose a path or go off it. It's up to you. You thought, you asked, now we say, do. You think, do I have what it takes? We know you have what it takes. You ask, where will we go? We say, we don't know. You show us.
Welcome to Salvation's Hope, the cargo empire of the Outer Rim. Don't get me wrong, we don't just put anybody on. We put on the best of the best to carry our cargo. You'll be venturing to new and wonderful places, exciting and new, places you never thought you'd go, or you could go, in your lifetime in the verse. Pop in, drop in a station, do your business. Unpack, pack, and head off again. One of the joys of being part of Salvation's Hope is there's never a dull moment, i.e. interstellar galactic battles. Yes, you're an elite pilot. This is no problem for you, is it? No. You just head out the other side on your way. Congratulations. You're an elite cargo pilot. As we head through, just get on with your day. Just another day in the life of a Salvation's Hope cargo runner. As you can see, you'll pack up and you'll head off into the stars to a brighter tomorrow. Welcome. Salvation awaits.
I see trees.
We offer beautiful environments, clean air, a rare commodity. In our universe, opportunities abound. Mining, cargo, and so many, many more things at your disposal.
And I think to myself,
What a wonderful world we live in Salvation's Hope. We see skies of blue and clouds of white. Our home is untouched by the horrors of UEE space, pollution, and decay. Yes, you can always go visit beautiful cities and work for the UEE. And for what? A minimum wage? Limited opportunities for advancement? It's all well and pretty, but what we have to offer is something far more impressive. Yes, we have friends out there that are willing to put their lives on the line for us, to protect our way of life. This is what Salvation's Hope's about. Working with who we need to in the Outer Rim to prosper and expand. These friends of ours, though, they're not a threat to you. Don't worry, we've got your back. This is your Star Citizen experience. Mining. It's a small role, but an imperative one. Salvage. Yet again, a small role, but a seriously imperative one as well. Your dreams can come true. Salvation's Hope. Really, Oh, also, we're a corporation and we offer military subsidies for other organisations and other interested parties out there in the verse. For example, our military industrial complex. Yes, we offer the most advanced, well-designed, well-manufactured equipment of the universe. We're not here to become part of the engagement or facilitate the engagement. We're here to supply and ensure that you have the best chance of survivability out there. Protect yourselves. Protect your friends. Our armada of delivery ships will deliver you whatever, whenever, however you want. The latest equipment, machines, materials, anything you need, including, yes, capital shipbuilding facility services. We are looking at being the largest, most comprehensive shipbuilding industry in the entire universe. Forget UEE space. It's a rip-off. Well, that's our opinion anyway. We provide higher quality, better quality, and stronger materials than you receive from a UEE build. That's our promise here at Salvation's Hope. We offer you a product that is unsurpassed by industry standards, exceeds expectations, and allows you to have the strongest, most integral force of defence or attack at your disposal. Welcome. We're Salvation's Hope, and we're here to help. And also, don't worry about those guys. We got you sorted. This was my dream for Star Citizen, and that has just now been stolen away from me and everybody else who has a dream for Star Citizen as well. It's just going to always be a dream. It's not ever going to materialize into reality. Star Citizen is a dream. Something to imagine, something to hope for, something to want. But at this stage, we're not getting it. I don't think we're ever getting it. I think we were given a tech demo with bits and bops and, you know, now it's just a pipe dream. It's over. It's time to wake up, everybody. CIG have every opportunity to make the most wonderful, spectacular, immersive, social, amazing experience possible. But they keep throwing every good idea down the drain. They throw money around like it's toilet paper. They have no idea of what they had on their hands, what a miracle was being created. Star Citizen still has a sliver of hope left. That is the hope I'm holding on to. I need your help. I need the numbers. We need the petition to reach 1 million signatures at minimum. We also need to push back as an entire society now against this. Normalizing cheating and accepting it and putting up with it shouldn't be part of the world we're in. These people should be condemned, burnt at the stake, metaphorically, and publicly ousted and humiliated, dare I say, put in jail for what they're doing. They are criminals. They are here to destroy everything that is good in the world. We need to do something, guys, because everything is falling apart around us. Help me fight, please. Guys, the guy at Bar Citizen overheard staff saying that they're going to change the game forever. Just watch this bit. Bar Citizen attendee overhears CIG staff that they were forcing PvP griefing and that something big was about to happen that will change Star Citizen forever. And this was in 2024. the last bar citizen. The next one is tomorrow, around abouts. So this is already pre-planned. Now, the question that person raised with me, now they have deleted their comment since because they did the right thing and they've protected themselves. They're a whale. Only whales get to go to bar citizens, really. So yeah, thank you so much for bringing that to our attention, and so I can share it with everybody else. This has been planned for a long time, but what's happened is not what they've expected to happen. Someone fell out with someone in relation to this whole setup and it blew up. Or they just got double-crossed. They're hackers. Hackers aren't normal human beings. They're subhuman beings. They're in it for money, rep, attention, like in the whole bloody other videos I've done on this. It's looking very, very frightening right now. So if a whale's at the bar citizen, overhearing CIG employees talking about this and not really trying to hide it, alcohol can help with that sometimes, that means this was planned, this was all orchestrated, things got out of control, now we're here. That's industrial espionage, guys, for fucking real. And if that person were to stand up in a courtroom, subpoenaed or not, involuntarily go in and make these statements on the stand, this would indict pretty much everyone who is part of CIG right now, if this was going to court. So that's pretty fucked up, isn't it? Yeah? The board gamer video from today. My God, dude. You have no idea what you're talking about. Stop reading scripts that CIG send you for the fluff pieces you're doing. I usually love your content, mate, but fuck me. Take a stand, mate. Grow a backbone. EAC changes are just fluff talk. EAC officially not fit for purpose at all. Well, we know that. Heartbeats of the checks. It doesn't matter. The anti-cheat is fully bypassed. The anti-cheat cannot detect what they are doing. The anti-cheat has nothing to do with what's going on. It is literally useless. It's like a piece of paper that's set out in the rain, and then the sun, and then the rain again, and then a bird came along and shit on it, and then a badger came along and shit on it, then it rained again, and then it turned into particles and fell into the soil. That's EAC anti-cheat right now. It is not effective. It does not work. It is it. Don't pretend that EAC has anything to do with anything. It's going to ban cheaters. The cheats are all manual bans. The cheats were also, most importantly, all free fly accounts. None of the actual core cheaters in this game have been detected yet and will be. They are protected by the hackers, and they will go out of their way to spoof, to do whatever they need to do to protect them, because they're YouTubers, as they are also people that own orgs with thousands of people in them. Oh, did anyone think of that yet? I did a long time ago. Did it in a video 4 or 5 videos back now. Look, guys, the jig's up. Star Citizen's over, and we're not getting it back unless we have the cybersecurity professionals come in and we start fighting back today. Do the petition, sign the petition. It's a good start. Upload as much evidence as you can to those 2 forms. Then we have a repository. At the worst case scenario, everything else gets wiped off the internet. We as a community in Star Citizen, we will all together have the remaining factual video, audio, written and visual evidence that no judge in the world can disrespect or pass off for something else. It is irrefutable, unarguable evidence that we can put together in a big portfolio, and I can then help put in to the legal team and share them the whole thing. Then they can just run with the ball with it. CIG have no effective control of the development at all at this stage. Hackers are literally running everything now. CIG won't tell the truth as per usual. Yep, straight up. CIG have an extensive history of gaslighting, lying, and soon TMing us into the ground and back again. This is why I know this was, from what this bar citizen attendee said, has to be true at this stage, right? The hackers literally have root access. They have control of everything. And most probably, as I said before, the servers. CIG are completely powerless and won't engage any illegal authorities, I think, because the simple fact is they'll get done for criminal incompetence, and that's a federal offence, right? Servers need shutting down to try to contain the fallout. 100% agree. But once again, cybersecurity professionals from around the industry need to come in, somehow stop the hijack, stop the whatever's going on. This is so much unknown. This is unprecedented stuff. This is not, your usual good old cheat hack or your criminal bloody business hack where there is, Indian call center in Punjab or wherever where they can be tracked down. This is decentralized. This is syndicated. Okay, this is people all over the fucking planet. There's no one place or location or person involved. There's people doing little bits of code here and there and everywhere and just submitting their code portion, getting paid for it, and then moving on to the next project without asking any questions about why they had to write that code, because that's not how it works in the programming world, especially in the short form code writing world either. The Fivers of the coding world, yeah? This is the big one, and something that I've personally been banging on for 13 years going on. Dynamic server meshing no longer being achievable at this stage at all. I think that's a gimme, right? There is no questions about it. Dynamic server meshing is not coming to Star Citizen at all. The two pillars left, they wrote some lovely business letters, which you do to not ruin your reputation as a highly skilled programmer, to go work for someone else and to cover the PR frontage and the NDAs that I promise you they had to sign as they walked out the door, and the pleasantries contracts were probably written for them and they've just signed it. And then CIG have made public awareness of that, and they have posted up on their social media for the part of the NDA. It's part of how it works. It's just business. I guarantee you they left for much more serious reasons and horrible reasons than that. Pushback is going to be a big one on that respect, and also arguing the same thing I've been arguing about, the whole technology side of it. NVIDIA's GPU servers need to be used, etc., for it to happen. Don't have the money in the budget. Colders are too greedy. Chris and Sandy are too dumb and too disconnected with the development, have been for years, right? The whole marketing money thing, Chris and Sandy, 2018, CitizenCon, Cayman Islands, missing rings on fingers. Sorry, wrong hand, that one. Not married. And then separation, and they only got back together about 12, 18 months ago for PR reasons and purposes since. It's just fucking, everything's fucked. Yeah, so here's a quote that I found absolutely pure, genuine, and funny as hell, but so fucking true. Not all PvPers are griefers, but all cheaters and exploiters are PvPers. How fucking spot on is that? Thank you, the guy that put that in the comments section. Mate, you fucking nailed it. And that's what I'm saying, right? They've been pushing for PvP. They've been pushing for griefing. It was identified at a Bar Citizen by someone who's probably put in about 15, 20 grand themselves into the game, who overheard it because alcohol opens mouths. This was planned. This was all set up to happen, and it got out of control, and look where we are. We're fucked. Things are looking bleak with no way out for CIG in the development at this stage. True that. An internal IRS audit to take place. Oh yeah. It's time for the IRS in America to go through that place with a fine-tooth comb, using cyber professionals to look through every single file, every single communique, every single memo, every single report, and find the actual truth and find out who is involved finally, then bring in the police or the federal police or the CIA. I don't know. I'm not an American again. And take legal action now. The hackers are going to get away. You don't think they're not. The cheaters are all going to take the fall, the scapegoats. I've already said that a million times in the comments already in the last few videos. But now we are in a fucking messy situation. So, guys, I honestly think at this stage, Star Citizen is going to end very soon. I think all of this is going to blow up into a massive legal situation. The media authorities will 100% get on this like rabid vultures to a carcass, and we're going to have to fight and fight and fight every step of the way. In the meantime, though, with petitions and repositories, to hope to God that I'm wrong. hope to God that these guys pull a rabbit out of a hat and they save this from a demise that none of us want at all. So guys, get behind me for now. Let's get the petition going. Let's start pushing, the agenda. Let's start pushing back. Let's show every one of these griefers, cheaters and hackers that we will not stay silent. We will fight and we will win in one way or the other. One, we get our game back, and stuff like this is never allowed to happen ever again. Otherwise, group action can take place as per the petition's sub-attributions. And also, if it is the worst case, at least we have the petition to say, hey, we were trying. And that will go in our favour in a group action as well. So, guys, please get the petition shared. Get the uploads happening. Get this ball rolling. We need numbers, and I'm talking about millions of numbers, not thousands, not tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, millions of people. I don't care if they're not Star Citizen players. If they believe in the same morals, ethics and principles that we all do, us, the core remaining legitimate community, we need numbers from outside who also share those same values to join and sign that petition. We get the numbers on top of the players, then Star Citizen has to survive, because we are putting together a petition which is going to be lawful and is going to nicely but professionally request that these actions are taken. If CIG do not formally go public with that petition response soon after, then we have the opportunity to engage legal counsel and then have them take the ball and run with it for a group action. And the group action will not cost you any money at all. No win, no fee. And it'll cost you no money at all. And again, you'll just be putting your name onto your account details and whatever to that solicitor directly. Nothing to do with me. I don't want anything to do with it. Straight to the solicitors as well to join and register on the group action. As long as you can show you've got a verified gaming account with, your value of things that you need refund on, they will obviously at that stage communicate all that stuff with you. That's out, nothing to do with me. But we will then have a solicitor who can internationally carry this for us. We've already found somebody who specialises in digital crime, industrial espionage, digital industrial espionage, and also everything that's going on right now, anti-cheat, game hacks, the whole bit. And they're a firm and they specialise in it. So don't think that, we have not gone down that road. People in the comments have actually gone and done it for us. So thank you to that person who has gone and found the firm of mention who specialise in this. And if we get to that point, guys, I'll be the person who engages them and starts a line of communication. And then I will share updates with you as the videos go forward if we get to that point. In the meantime, cross your fingers, your toes, your eyes, each strand of your hair, whatever you got to do. Let's hope to God Star Citizen survives this. Let's hope to God CIG get a massive backhand wake-up slap to the face of by reality itself to pull their finger out and get this game over the line now, because this is unprecedented insanity. We have zealots in the cheating community who are psychotic, and they are so aggressively driven to shut this down. Let's not let that happen. Let's show good always wins and bad always loses and make it public. Any YouTuber that is not getting behind this, you shouldn't have a YouTube channel covering Star Citizen to begin with. Whether you're getting paid from the developer or not, you do not believe in the project, you do not believe in the game, and you do certainly not believe in the community that are following you right now blindly into the abyss. Start covering this every other YouTuber that is legit. I don't give a shit if you're getting paid by CIG or not to make your fluff videos and read out their scripts. Cut the crap, get on board and help us fight. Because if we don't win this, that's it. This is the last game in the entire industry that is ever going to be like this, ever give you an opportunity to have this experience in your entire life or your children's lives. This game is the last hope of vestige we have. Save it or don't. It's up to you, all of you, right now to make that choice. I'm here to lead the charge. I'm here to take the steps and cop the flack. No more, by the way. There are no more, zero tolerance in the comment section for detractors, haters, like proper psychos with unwarranted comments and just disgusting behaviour. Hackers, cheaters. It's over, guys. You're not welcome here. Don't come back. If you do, you're just going to get reported immediately and removed from the channel permanently as well. There is no mucking around anymore, guys. I'm going to protect who I can protect, and that's anybody who actually really wants to save Star Citizen for real. If you don't, move on. Play another game. But if you're genuinely invested in this, as your hobby, as your passion, as your pastime, the thing you can't wait to get home from work from outside of your family, your immediate family, and this is your personal downtime, this is your life, sign the petition, subscribe to the channel, put some likes on. God, I don't care about that stuff, but if we grow, if we get enough numbers involved, we grow enough as a channel, then we can have a majority say against Salty Mike and Board Gamer and whomever else. We can join the arena and give a different perspective. Tell the actual truth. Be transparent, be honest, and be ethical, and never, ever fall to CIG's bullshit and payouts and garbage like that, because my ethics will not allow for that. I own my own business. I don't need money. I need you, and I need you to help me, help you and everybody else involved. Guys, I'm CTT. Peace out. I'll catch you in the next one.